Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. And on this channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And if you're new to this channel, welcome, and I hope you'll stay. If you're already a subscriber, thank you for continuing to watch my videos. And today's videos are going to be my take on primitive DIYs, and these are all going to be Christmas DIYs and primitive style. So we're going to go ahead and get started with DIY number one. So for DIY number one, I have 3 of these candles that I picked up from Secondhand Rose, the thrift shop that I shop at in my town. And they're like that primitive style with the rusty and crusty kind of dirty look. And then I have a star that I spray painted black with some Rust-Oleum flat spray paint. And then here I have a piece of fabric that I'm using that I purchased from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to wrap it around the candles, and that is going to be it. Well, actually I'm going to, after I wrap the fabric around the candle, I'm going to go ahead and add the black star to it, and that's going to be it for this DIY. Really simple, but really nice and cute. And I believe this fabric is called homespun fabric, and so I have the black and the tan, and I also have like a burgundy and like a cream white color. And I actually like the primitive style. I actually fell asleep watching YouTube, and I somehow woke up to a YouTuber going around and doing tours of primitive homes, and I just absolutely fell in love. So I decided I was going to do a primitive Christmas DIY video for Christmas in July, and it was just going to be my take on primitive style. So let me know what you think and how I did. So we're going to move on to DIY number 2. For DIY number 2, I have a couple of picks from Hobby Lobby and from Joann's. I have this picture frame from Secondhand Rose, and then I have that little cardboard roll, which was just from a label maker from after the labels were used up. And I have my picture frame, like I said, from Secondhand Rose, and then I have some scrapbooking paper. And I also am going to use this window cling. So here I'm just cutting that that roll in half, and then I am going to try and form it how I want, and I'm going to hot glue it together. And then once I have it hot glued together, I'm going to take some black scrapbooking paper, and I'm going to use my glue, a glue stick to cover it with the black. And then I'll also have these wooden craft sticks, so I'm just going to cut that to size so that I can close off the back of the cardboard and the bottom so that nothing will fall out. And so I'm going to go ahead and just hot glue those 2 pieces together, and I'll hot glue the back, another piece of the craft stick to the back of it. And then I'll go ahead and apply the black scrapbooking paper, and it actually did not stick, so I ended up having to paint it with apple barrel black paint, acrylic paint. So you'll see me doing that coming up here shortly. So here I'm just putting the craft stick onto the roll, and then I'm going to just take some more hot glue and just go around the edges where I have some little gaps, just to make sure that it stays secure. And here I'm just showing you what it looks like. And then there's the black scrapbooking paper, and I'm just going to cut it to size. And like I said, it actually did not stick, so I ended up going back and painting it with the apple barrel black acrylic paint, which was a better idea anyway, because I think it went better with the paint on the frame, because I did not paint the frame. So So here I am painting the frame. I mean, not the frame, it's gonna be like a little vase. So here I'm just painting the bottom and the top. I'm not gonna paint the back of it because I need that to be able to stick to the frame. And then here I am just trying to decide which scrapbooking paper I want to use. So I have 3 different choices here. I was going to use the cork board, and then all of a sudden I was thinking, oh, you know what? I wonder if how it would look with the black on black. So then I ended up using the black scrapbooking paper. So I went ahead and cut it to size, and then I took my window cling and I'm just going to place it how I want it onto the scrapbooking paper. And here I'm just trying to figure out how I want to do everything before I put it in the frame. So I used some of the oh, and the window clean came from Walmart last year. I think it was $1 or may have been $1.99. I can't remember. So here I'm just using the double-sided tape from the Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna go. I started off using the thin piece, and it did the thinner one, and it wouldn't hold. So I have some that's a little bit thicker. So I'm just gonna cut off 2 strips of that, and apply my little vase on it. And then I'm gonna take my black Sharpie, and I'm gonna just take it and cover a little white tape so that you don't see it. So here I'm just showing you that. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my black Sharpie to cover that up. And then once I have it covered, I'm going to go ahead and put my window cling and the frame back together. And look at how good that looks. Oh my gosh, it looks so good. And then once I had that done, I have my picks here. So this is the one from Joann's. That's actually a 4th of July pick, and I think I paid $1 for it. And then this is the that pick came from Hobby Lobby at the after Christmas sale. It was 90% off. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that pick into the little vase. And then I also had another one of those black stars from the first DIY. So I went ahead and just added that. And then I added a couple pieces of the homespun fabric just to tie it onto the pick. And that is it for this DIY. And I absolutely love it. I love it. I think it came out so nice. So I will definitely be using this in my home for Christmas. So let me know what you think, and let me know which one of these DIYs is your favorite. I actually am having a hard time picking my favorite. So we are moving right along to DIY number 3. So here I have this little, I think it's like a little wooden washboard. I am not sure. If you know what it is, please put it in the comments. And then I have a ceramic like hanging tag from the Dollar Tree. I have another window cling from Walmart. Then I have these transfers from the Dollar Tree. And then I also have some lace ribbon, and I will also end up using another piece of that homespun fabric. So here is what I cut out Hope and Joy from the transfer from the Dollar Tree, and I actually ended up, the N is actually an S from the word kindness off of the transfer. So originally I was going to put it at the top, and then I decided I was going to just put it on the side because I like that better. And I took one of the stars from the window cling, and I went ahead and placed that where I wanted it. And then now I'm just doing placing the Hope and Joy where I want, and I'm going to go ahead and just use my finger to transfer it over to the hang tag. And then once I have that complete, I'm going to go ahead and remove the burlap ribbon, or yeah, I guess ribbon or lace that hangs for the hang tag, and I'm going to go ahead and replace that with a piece of the homespun fabric and the lace. So I'm going to use both of those together. I'm just going to tie it around the wooden washboard, and I'm going to take 2 of the Dollar Tree wooden tumbling blocks, and I'm going to just go ahead and glue those to the back of it to help it stand. And that is going to be it for this DIY. And I would just like to apologize because I am completely short of breath. I've been short of breath and like probably the past 2 months worth of DIYs. I just recently found out that I have asthma, so I'm working on that. So that's why I was trying to hurry up and get all of these videos completed for the month of July and through August, because I have a ton of doctor's appointments coming up. So, and I just wanted to make sure that I had all of these videos taken care of so that I can just focus on seeing what my doctors and specialists have to say. So, but yeah, so look at how I just love this primitive style. I just love it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to our next DIY number 4. And I was actually going to do 5 DIYs, but I just did not have time to get to the 5th one because these DIYs were just taking a long time with me getting, with me being short of breath. So here I have an empty pen box. I was at work and I was emptying out the pens, and I thought to myself, you know what, I could use this box as a hang tag. So then I have the box here, and I have some more of the picks, and then I printed out a couple of pictures. I have one of the crow, and I have one that says old-fashioned candy cane that I was going to use. I was going to make 2 of these and use them as hang tags. And then I also have some more of the black I just went blank. Oh my goodness. Some more of the black scrapbooking paper. And then I ended up using some of these wooden craft sticks. So I was going to just cover the box completely with just the black scrapbooking paper. And then I thought I probably should use something that was going to make it a little bit more sturdier. So I have 2 of these large, well actually 3 of the large wooden craft sticks, and I'm going to put them on both sides and the bottom. And then I'm going to use some of the smaller ones to put on the front of it. Now I did put the black scrapbooking paper on the back, and I kind of wish I would have just put the craft sticks around the whole box. But when I make the next one, I'll do that. So here I am just hot gluing the craft sticks to the box. And then once I have all my craft sticks glued to the box, I'm going to take my sanding block and just kind of sand the excess hot glue that I have all over. And here I'm just showing you me trying to do placement for the front of the box and just making sure that I have enough craft sticks. So here I have another set of miter shears, and I'm going to just say that I really don't like those, so I actually ended up just using scissors to cut the craft sticks. So once I got the craft sticks how I wanted them, I went ahead and, like I said, I added the black I don't know why I'm having such a hard time remembering scrapbooking paper, the black scrapbooking paper to the back of it, and then I went ahead and cut to size the old-fashioned candy cane sign to put on top. So I'm just gonna use just the Dollar Tree glue stick to adhere that to the front of the box. And then once I have it like I want it, I'm going to take the black apple barrel black paint, and I'm just going to go ahead and use that on all the wooden. I'll go ahead and paint the whole box with the black apple barrel paint. And then I also am going to punch a hole in the back of it, and then I'm also taking these little craft sticks and I'm placing it on the inside of the box just so that it'll be more sturdier, because the back is not as sturdy as the front and the sides. So if you do end up doing this DIY, like I said, it would be best to just go ahead and just use the craft sticks on the whole box instead of just doing both sides and the front, just so that it will be sturdy. So here I'm just showing you the inside of the box, and I'm going to go ahead and, like I said, use the glue stick to adhere or attach the candy cane sign picture to the front of it. And I'm going to go ahead and get it painted. And then once I have it painted and it dries, I'm going, oh, actually, before I did that, I have this air dry Crayola clay that I really don't like, but I have a huge tub of it. And like I said in our previous video, I did not want to go and pull out all of my Christmas decorations, so I decided I was going to make my own candy canes. Luckily, I made a lot of them. I made like 12 because they kept breaking on me once they were dry. So I let them dry overnight, and then I stuck them in the oven for about 2 hours on, I believe it was, I had them on like 200 in the oven, and I until they were completely dry. So I made about 12 of these. If you can see over in the corner there, I mixed a little bit of red paint and some brown paint, and then I just kind of rolled it together. And then now I'm just going to put some of the brown paint, and then I'm just going to roll it together. And here I'm just showing you, and I'm going to go ahead and just make a couple more of the candy canes. And once I have these done and once they were completely dry, then I went back to the box and went ahead and painted it black. So here I'm just showing you what it looks like with the black paint rolled into the clay. And like I said, we're going to go ahead and move on to actually this is the next day, so after they've dried in the oven. And then I have some of the homespun fabric, and I'm going to go ahead and wrap it around one of the candy canes, and then the other one has that red paint in it, so you can see that. And then the other has some of the brown paint, but when it dried, it just kind of dried tan. But I broke that one, and then I broke another one, and then I broke another one, and then I finally did another one that I used the black homespun fabric on. And while I was taking the pictures for my reveal, I broke that one. So yeah, like I think when I do the next one, I'm just gonna use just like the Dollar Tree candy canes or the Walmart candy canes that you get, and I'll just wrap the fabric around them. I think that would be better than using the clay. But since I had it and I didn't really want to go out and pull all my Christmas stuff out, I just really just didn't have the energy to do it. And I didn't want to go out and spend any more money on anything else while I was doing these DIYs. So I just used what I had. So here I'm just showing you the back and showing you that I punched a hole in it, and there's the black apple barrel black paint. So I'm just going to go ahead and, like I said, go ahead and paint it all. And then once I gave it 2 coats, and then once it was completely dry, I went back and I used the Waverly Antique Wax. And then I thought it needed a little bit of color, so I used I added a tiny bit of the red paint, and you could barely see the red, but you'll see that coming up here shortly. And I also put the black and the antique wax on the back of the hang tag. So here you can see that. So it's also on the paper so that everything will kind of just blend in. And then once I had it completely painted, that's when I went back and I started to put everything together. So I went ahead and added the candy canes, and I ended up using one of the picks from, I believe I used the one from Hobby Lobby, the one that has like the burgundy and the green color, but you'll see that coming up here shortly. So here I'm just adding the red paint. So like I said, I mean, you can barely see it. It's just enough, but not a lot, because I didn't want it to be bright red. I just wanted to have a little bit of red to kind of bring out the like burgundy color and the on the candy cane from the homespun fabric. And so once I had everything completely dry, I'm going to also use some of the that burgundy and cream homespun fabric to use to hang up the to be able to hang the hang tag. And I think too, when I make another one of these, I'm gonna do like, make it look like a real hang tag. So I'll probably end up adding a couple more of the actually I'll have to cut it to that shape. So I'll have to probably practice that. I think I have like 2 more boxes that I could use. So I'll do one as a practice box just so that I can make my mistakes on that one before I do the other one. So here I am just trying to decide which one of the florals I'm going to use, and I actually end up just using the one from Hobby Lobby, and I'm going to go ahead and place those into the hang tag, and then I'm going to go ahead and place the candy canes. So you'll see I have a couple candy canes there that I'm going to place in there, but then you'll see at the end I ended up using a different candy cane because, like I said, I broke several of them doing these DIYs. Actually, there's one next to the glue stick that is broken also. So yeah, I went through quite a few of the candy canes that I made. So luckily I made so many of them. So here there's one that broke again. There's another one. So here I am just using the homespun fabric to just wrap around the whole candy cane. I figured if I just wrapped it around the whole candy cane, that if it broke again, that at least it would just be in the fabric. And of course it did break. The first one that I did with the burgundy fabric has not broken yet. I'm not really sure what I did different, but yeah. So here I'm just wrapping it around, and I'm going to hot glue it, and I'm just going to go ahead and, like I said, stick them back into my hang tag, and that is going to be it for this DIY. And I like all of these DIYs. I can't pick my favorite, so let me know which one is yours. And yeah. And that is it for today's video. This is my take on primitive style for Christmas. Let me know what you think in the comments. And I would just like to say thank you for spending your Sunday with me watching my Christmas in July video. And if you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I will see you next Sunday. Goodbye.